Hello and welcome back to what I assume will be a bonus episode of Let's Play Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. I stumbled onto this star piece off camera, unfortunately, but here it is. In this episode, we are going to be going down into the pit of 100 trials, hopefully reaching floor 50, but if we don't, we'll see what floor I can get to, but floor 50 is the goal. I've done some minor preparations. I stayed at the inn, used our inn coupon. You'll get to see me use another one at some point. I picked up a couple items from the shop. I dropped off a couple items at the shop because we picked up the slow shroom and the gradual syrup, and I didn't want those clogging up my inventory. Also, I changed my badges just a little bit. I took off Power Bounce because we've already established that I don't like to use it, and I've already shown it off. And I put on Item Hog. Not the greatest badge of all time. It'll drop sort of like minor items, mushroom here and there, fire flower here and there. But in the early levels of the pit, that might actually be useful. So, there it is. I actually stopped by the badge shop. There wasn't anything I felt like I needed immediately. So let's get down there. I'm not going to be tattling every single floor of the... Oh my goodness, already? I'm not going to be tattling every single floor. I think it probably changes like every 10 or something. This is the pit of 100 trials. That pipe just seems to lead down forever. Still, the air seems kind of fresh here. I guess it's flowing down from above, huh? What do we do about you? That's a mover. Yeah, they sometimes appear in the pit of 100 trials. For a few coins, he'll send you to another floor. It's up to you if you want to use them. Think I do. Hey, what's up? I'm a mover. I know a few things about getting through this dungeon. For a few coins, I can move you where you want to go. Where do you want to go? Let's go down 5 levels. All right, close your eyes. My secret paths are secret. Don't open your eyes at all. I am kind of hoping that I'll get the coins that I'll need for Lumpy by the end of this little trip, but we've got quite a few floors to actually get that accomplished in. So I don't mind spending 30 here and there. And now, we have pit-exclusive enemies, who I think I'm just going to murder because I don't like that he's got that item. There'll be more chances to tattle him later. It's a Gloomba. Here is Multibonk. Mr. Stylish. It's exactly the same as Power Bounce. In every way, I'm pretty sure. So here's this guy. We've already seen him. We are going to be seeing some familiar faces down here, as well as some enemies that are completely exclusive to the pit. We've already seen one of those. There are different species of Goombas down here. There's different species of Koopa. There's some... I don't think there's any, exclusive pit species. Ooh, we got that. That's very nice. I wonder if Item Hog had anything to do with that. That replenishes 10 HP. Yeah, I don't think there's any, pit-exclusive species. It's just mostly recolors. But there are going to be a few types of monsters, especially towards the end, that are going to be pretty scary. Don't want to mess around with them if you're not ready. You know what? I haven't shown off a good old-fashioned multi-bounce. There it is. Ooh, oh, that's bad. That means he'll get hurt. That means we'll get hurt if we attack him. See what we can do about that in a minute. Let's tattle him. That's a Gloomba. It likes dark, damp places. Max HP is 7, attack is 3, and defense is 0. It's stronger than a normal Goomba, so be careful. That's not a healthy color for a Goomba, but it doesn't mean it's sick or anything. So don't show any mercy. Alright. Yeah! Yeah, why not? I'll Power Smash. At some point, I am going to gain a level. I'm curious to see how many experience points this guy gives me. 3? Alright, that's pretty standard. During challenge runs, something to consider, a challenge run being if you come down here very early or under very specific circumstances, something to consider is when you level up, because leveling up heals you and your partner. So timing level ups gets pretty important. But we're not worried about that. Ooh. I don't feel like dealing with this, so I am going to show off our new star power move. Earth Tremor shakes the ground to damage all enemies. This is a piercing move. That means if an enemy has defense, it will not matter. And let's see how I do here. I'm usually pretty good at this. There we go. I typically finish all that. 6 damage across the board, piercing. Only 2 star power. I told you, this move is far too powerful to have at this point in the game. Like, considerably so. Free POW block. There's that item hog coming into play. I'll have to use that at some point. We got it for free, and it's not like it's going to be all that useful outside of this place. This looks like it might be a good encounter for it. Is this just going to be dry bones? Ooh, it's not. I would like that fire flower. The Volt Shroom I really don't care about. You can't even cook with it as far as I can remember. Yeah, I'll Power Smash. As much as the Volt Shroom isn't that useful to us, it is actually kind of annoying if he gets to use it. It electrifies the user, which, like I said, doesn't really matter for us because we're going to be doing more damage than the 1 damage an enemy would take when they attack us, and they'd still do the damage. But if we get damaged every time we hit the enemy, that's kind of a pain. Yeah, we got the Fire Flower. I'm liking this item hog badge. I don't use this thing often enough. I don't think I've ever used it before in a regular playthrough. This is great. Here's Charlieton. He will sell us stuff at an inflated price, of course. And it's nothing that we really need. Maple syrups are nice, replenishes 10 FP. Thunder Rages are very good, drops lightning on all enemies and stuns them. It doesn't stun them, I don't know what they're talking about. It does 5 damage. That's one of the best offensive items you can get. We can't afford it, but also just to go down to level 50, I think we'll be okay with that kind of stuff. Ooh, not interested, my man? That's too bad, seriously. It's all rare stuff. And you never know when you're gonna wish you had some of this gear, my man. Yeah. Every 10 floors, you get a treasure. You got Sleepy Stomp. Execute superbly to make enemies sleepy. This badge isn't fantastic, but I use it for something very specific that we're going to talk about much later. Is this change? This is the Pit of 100 Trials, but I don't see any enemies in this room. At least there's a pipe to take us back to the entrance if you want to bail. Then again, we'd have to fight our way back down to this level again. Better think it through before we do anything hasty, know what I mean? Well, that was a great first 10 levels. We skipped 5, didn't miss any tattles as far as I know, and are doing pretty well for ourselves. Paragloomba. I hope he's got a friend. Oh, that's new. Well, there'll be other Paragloombas to tattle. It's okay. Yeah, we really need this guy out of here. I'm putting Goombella in the front because she has more HP right now. So if somebody is gonna take a hit, I'd rather it be her. Then again, these guys have projectiles. Oh, making more. You know what? That's fine. We can deal with that. We're gonna get enough star power for that star move soon. That's a Pokey. It's a cactus ghoul that's got nasty spines all over its body. Max HP is 4, attack is 3, and defense is 0. Look at those spines. Those would totally hurt. If you stomp on it, you'll regret it. Pokies attack by lobbing parts of their bodies and by charging at you. They can even call friends in for help, so be quick about taking them out. You know what? We're close to gaining a level. Let me show something off here. These guys will go away eventually. That guy's not cooperating, unfortunately. Something special happens when you get the Pokey down to just its head and it doesn't have any body parts to throw at you anymore. It would have been nice. Remember, Koops is not powered up, Goombella is. So Koops is certainly not going to be useless down here, but he is significantly weaker, and you do need to remember that. Alright, Pokey in the back is definitely cooperating. You can get rid of the Pokey's body parts by attacking it with Koops. There might be other ways to do it too. Alright. And that won't kill it because it's only 2. And we're just gonna... wait. We're gonna defend. Oof. Koops took that one for the team. I don't see that it's... oh! That's right, we got that curse. It's not gonna do us any good right here. But yeah, I don't see this attack very often. The effect of the curse boosted your attack power. So I'm not particularly used to the timing for guarding against it. Like, I guess... did that... oh yeah, did that just do more damage? Yes, it did. But yeah, I believe the attack power of the Pokey goes up to 5 when it's like that. So realistically, you don't want to let that happen. That was just for demonstration purposes. Bye, Koops. I'll pull them out if anybody drops any hearts or anything. Oh. I was going to say maybe here, but remember, I didn't upgrade Koops. Oh, gosh. This is an Earth Tremor if ever I saw one. Ah! Dizzy, attacks might miss. That doesn't matter because Earth Tremor can't miss. I don't remember if I've... you know, I'll tell you in a second. I gotta concentrate. There we go. I was about to say that if that were going to matter, I could use Sweet Treat to get rid of that. Also, the fresh juice, even though it says it only cures poison, I'm pretty sure will also take care of dizziness. Ah, there's that level. I knew that was coming soon. Maybe I should have had Koops out for that, but I'm going to use Goombella more. All BP all the time. Let's see what we can get. Ooh, a dried shroom. Hooray. I think I'll use it on Koops. Little bit, you know, little bit of help is good. And also I'd like it out of my inventory. Alright. We got 3 BP. What could we use? I'm not putting Power Bounce back on. Happy Heart is nice. It's not, like, fantastic, but it is nice. Yeah, let's go for Chill Out and Happy Heart. Our badge situation is not all that exciting right now, but hopefully we'll get some more good stuff later. Does this change? This is the Pit of 100 Trials. Oh, that is different. This is the Pit of 100 Trials. That pipe just seems to lead down forever. Still, the air seems kind of fresh here. I guess it's flowing down from above, huh? Yes, so that does change... oh, I should have changed to Koops. That does change every 10 floors then. Oh, that's new. I'm pretty sure the way this goes is that in the first 10 floors you get enemies, not necessarily from Chapter 1, because, well, yeah, I mean, the Chapter 1 enemies are basically just, like, your average Goombas and Koopas and stuff. So you get Chapter 1 in the first floor, you get Chapter 2 in the second floor, and so on. So it will be nice to have these enemies tattled already by the time we get to the second chapter. That's a Dark Puff. It's basically a tiny, mean thunderhead. Max HP is 3, attack is 2, and defense is 0. Sometimes it'll charge itself with electricity. Don't touch it when it does. Youch! You know what I mean, right? Bzzz. Shocking. After it charges itself, it'll totally zap you with lightning. Beat it as fast as you can. And there it goes. We've probably got an item we can use for that. I am curious to know... ah! Oh, I didn't even see that. Jeez. Yeah, let's just use a Fire Flower. I'm pretty sure with an electric enemy like this, if you were to use something like a Thunder Rage, it would actually heal it. And that goes for fire-based enemies too. If you use a Fire Flower or a Fire Attack on a fire enemy, which we haven't seen yet, but we will see at some point, then it actually heals it, and I think sometimes the enemies can multiply as well. So do be careful. There are elements, and they do matter. What do we have? Paragoomba! We can actually tattle you this time. I guess it makes sense, but I don't like how if you, like, knock a Goomba out of the ground, or a Koopa for that matter, it means you can't get the tattle on them. That's a Paragoomba. It's a Gloomba with wings. Max HP is 7, attack is 3, and defense is 0. It's like a stronger version of a Parakoopa, and maybe that's all there is to it. I wonder if living down here ever makes its wings moldy. Yuck! It's too gross to even think about. Ugh. What was I about to say? Oh, I don't know if I'll show it off because it's not something that I've really practiced. Because again, it's like kind of a pro strat. But something special about Goombella's tattle move is that you can use it to get. Let me remember this correctly. You can use it to get star power. There was a happy heart, by the way. You can use it to fill your star power back to full after using a 1-star power move. Because I think the way the animation works is the animation is so slow that if you move quickly enough, you can use that move, scroll through the tattle text, and use something like Sweet Treat before you actually finish getting all of the star power. Something along those lines. I'll see if maybe I can show that off at some point, but no promises. That's like a speedrunner trick. Uh-oh. That is a dangerous item. That is another earth tremor just waiting to happen. Ooh, I wonder if we can get that. That's a piter. Ick, they gross me out. Max HP is 5, attack is 2, and defense is 0. Ew! Besides its normal attacks, it might spit 3 web wads at you consecutively. You'd better have good timing if you want to guard against its attacks. It also says here that punies can't stand piters, so I'm not the only one. Just the sight of these things makes punies flee in terror. I know how they feel. See, I don't like spiders either, but these guys aren't so bad. They're cute. Alright, earth tremor time. I actually need to do well on this one. There will come a time where a single earth tremor is not good enough to one-shot all of the enemies, but that time honestly comes way too late in the game. Not that I'm complaining, it's fun to be overpowered sometimes. Earth tremor? No, I didn't drop it! That is one of the better attack items in the game. It does 5 damage across the board, only to ground-based enemies, so it's not going to hit anybody in the air. But still, 5 damage is 5 damage, and it will flip enemies, which can be very important. So for example, those clefts that we saw, you can flip them. I don't think you can do it by jumping on them. Maybe you can, but I don't think so. Let's use a POW block. Oh, why not? We got it for free. There we go. That POW block might be one of the items that's guaranteed to make something fall. Either that or it's a very high chance. Oops. Alright, so this looks like a job for Koops. Because I don't actually think we've seen the Power Shell move yet. No, or maybe we have. Yeah, maybe we have. Great move. 2 damage across the board to all ground-based enemies. You know, it can hit through somebody with one point of defense. Very costly, though. So, not good to rely on it. Unlike multi-bounce, which is only 2 BP, that said, you know, it only does 1 damage. You know what, I'm just gonna show off Chill Out. See, we didn't get first struck. It's not like I was gonna be able to hurt that guy. Ah, we got one of each of the trio from the second chapter. Cleft I'm gonna take out by super guarding. We're just gonna have to take a piter attack, which is fine. Alright, here comes the super guard. Got it. For some reason, I'm very consistent with those. I don't know what it is about the clefts that make them so easy to super guard for me, but I've just never had trouble with it. I'm not even that great at super guarding most enemies. Just something about the timing on the clefts. I don't... Ah, missed it that time. Let's just do a power smash. I don't think I'm the only one, because a lot of people deal with these guys by super guarding. Granted, if you don't have power smash equipped at this point in the game, if you didn't upgrade Koops, that is the only way you have of dealing damage to them. Unless you want to waste an Earth Tremor. Which, if there's a lot of them, that's not a terrible option. That would have been an enemy that if we'd saved that POW block, that would have actually flipped him over. Ooh, what floor are we on? We are on floor 18. Yeah, we can't skip. If we skip down 2 floors, does that mean we skipped a floor? I think that means we skipped floor 20, so we can't do that. Sorry, Mr. Mover. If we were on floor 17, I would have done it. I could be wrong. It could just be taking us down to floor 20, but I don't want to take that risk. I want all the treasure here, not just some of it. Ooh, Mini Mr. Mini. I don't care enough about taking damage from that Pokey to do an Earth Tremor. Can you imagine coming down here without Earth Tremor? Or without upgrading either one of your partners? People do it. People do even crazier stuff. I'm telling you, the challenge runners are just nuts, and I mean that in a good way. They do some really cool stuff down here. I've thought about challenge running before, but honestly, if I did any sort of like speed runs or any other sort of challenge run, I think I'd drive myself insane. I guess we could feed that tried shroom to poor Koops. We're gonna get you back to full health, one way or another, buddy. Interestingly enough, we haven't seen a lot of enemies dropping hearts. Alright, what do we got? Fire Drive! Excellent badge specifically for the Pit of 100 Trials. It will eventually get outclassed, and I'm not going to put it on until I level up again. But it does a piercing move that's very, very good specifically for like the later levels of the pit, because there's going to be lots of enemies all close together that have very high defense. This is the Pit of 100 Trials. That pipe just seems to lead down forever. Still, oh, never mind. Here's somebody new. Ooh, that's a lot of dudes. And these guys have 7 HP each. So Earth Tremor is actually not going to take them all out. But it's a good start, so I think that's what we're going to do. That's a Spiky Goomba. It's a Spiky Goomba that likes dark places. Max HP is 7, attack is 4, and defense is 0. Its attack is pretty high, huh? I'm sure you know this, but try not to jump on the spike. I wonder if I'd look like that if I stayed down here long enough. I'd rather not think about that. Are there tanning salons in Rogueport? Let's see. I think we're gonna open up with an Earth Tremor, and then we're gonna swap out to Koops next turn and just finish him off. 3 of these guys is not great. Not at our level, anyway. Yeah, the pit is a threatening place, even at lower levels, if you were as low a level as me. I wonder if they did that on purpose. Ooh. There we go. Didn't even take a single point of damage from that. See, my Super Guard game is on point for the enemies I know how to do it for, so like Goombas and Clefts, and basically nothing else. Alright, let's continue. Alright, we're getting some Chapter 3 enemies now. We got pink. Oh, that's not great. Oh gosh. That's really not good. What kind of items are we looking at? Nothing. Wonderful. Alright, I'll get into why that's not super great in a minute. What can we do about this? To start, I'm kind of hoping we can build up to a, what's it called, an Earth Tremor at some point. Alright, we'll tattle. I kind of suspect we might not finish this battle. That's a bandit. This scumbag tries to bump you and grab coins. Jerk. Max HP is 5, attack is 2, and defense is 0. If you time your guard well when he attacks, he won't be able to steal anything. Plus, the look on a bandit's face when you guard successfully is priceless. If a bandit steals coins from you, defeat him before he flees to get your coins back. Oh, shoot. Not good. That's not great. All of those bandits are going to run, and when they do, That means we'll have to fight the battle again. If you don't defeat all of the enemies in an encounter, I'm pretty sure you don't win when you're down here. I'm not worried about dying. We've got our life shroom. What I am worried about is letting these guys get away. You know what? Well, first of all, we're going to do that. I'm actually going to appeal so that when we fight these guys the second time, we'll be able to just take them out with an Earth Tremor. I think that's our only option here. That stinks. Yeah, the battle is officially lost as far as the pit is concerned. Alright, we're just gonna run, I think. No, we're gonna keep appealing. I want to have full star power by the time we have to deal with this next. I know it seems like I'm kind of playing recklessly. I know what I'm doing. We're okay. I'm not so worried that I don't think we'll be able to get things under control by the time we have our next level up. Alright, let's take this guy out. And let's see if I'm right. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Because there's an enemy that really, really, really matters for later. Yeah, and I think they're actually all going to still have the coins. I'm curious to see if, yeah, it's the same 5 encounter, even though we beat... Alright. Okay. Let's Earth Tremor. And let's hope I do it successfully. The encounters in the pit are not set. You can get variations on how many enemies you get, and I think also the types, although it chooses from a pretty small pool. That one in particular can be very dangerous, especially if you're at a lower level like me. Alright, we got a heart. I think, depending on the configuration of enemies we get, we should be okay until I can get a sweet treat off. I'd rather not use my items if I don't have to. They're definitely there if I need them, and I'm not afraid to use them. But I am kind of... Oh, God. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. I think if we do the multi-bonk and pull off the stylish move, I'll be able to use a sweet treat. Please die. Oh, if I hadn't taken that guy out, I would have run. Alright, sweet treat. Here we go. I'm gonna focus a little bit so I... Oh! Whoa! Did you see me clip that mushroom? The game absolutely should not have let me get away with that, but it did. Okay. Ooh, yeah, I deserved that. Okay, not bad. That is good enough. That is going to carry us over until we level up, I'm pretty sure. Especially if this happens. Very nice. It's a time when that actually is going to help us. The effect of the curse decreased the damage you take. Excellent. Perfect. Oh, and that's good. Might not seem good, but we want that, because now we can tattle it. Okay, that's not ideal. We might have to save up for an Earth Tremor to deal with that. That's a Spiny. Basically a spike-covered Koopa. Ugh, looks painful. Max HP is 3, attack is 3, and defense is 3. These things have such high defense that you can't even hurt them when they roll up. So when they go back to normal, do all the damage you can and do it quickly. If you flip them over, their defense drops to 0. That's the time to take them out. Jumping on them is just plain stupid, so try using a POW block or some other item. Yeah, these guys are actually kind of hard to deal with this early in the game. Well, let's just chip away at these guys. Ooh. That's alright, we're not ready for an Earth Tremor anyway. Oh gosh. When those guys have the spiny eggs on their heads, obviously you can't jump on them. That's Lakitu. It's a member of the Koopa clan that rides on clouds. Max HP is 5, attack is 2, and defense is 0. It attacks by throwing spiny eggs. If you stomp on it when it's holding a spiny egg, you'll take damage, so don't do it. Spiny eggs slowly hatch into spinies, so beat the Lakitu before fighting the spinies. Oh, this book doesn't answer my real question. Where does it keep all those spiny eggs? In its cloud, obviously. Alright. This is man. Okay, good. I think we've built up to an Earth Tremor next turn. When the Spiny is curled up like that, you won't be able to damage it even with piercing moves like an Earth Tremor. So keep that in mind. Let's get rid of this before it gets any worse. This encounter can get kind of out of hand if you let it. On the other hand, more enemies means more star points, which means level ups. And that's kind of the game you play down here. Especially at a lower level, you are kind of just holding on to your next level up. Oh man. Thunder Rage drops lightnings. We've seen that. That is a very good item that ideally you'd want to save until lower levels of the pit, but I am not afraid to use it. Come here. We all know this guy. He's a Bomb. Ooh, and we got Booze. Normally my favorite Mario enemy. These guys, for some reason, just kind of don't do it for me. They're not as cute as they usually are, and they don't make cute boo noises. Alright, who do we tattle first? Choices, choices. I should have put Goombella in the front, but that's okay. I guess we'll tattle a Bob-omb first. That's a Bob-omb. It attacks by blowing itself up. Yeah, real smart. Max HP is 4, attack is 2, and defense is 1. A Bob-omb will get totally mad if you damage it. They have, like, super short fuses. When it gets mad, it'll charge and explode on its next turn. That attack really hurts. Oh, and if it's mad, it'll blow up at the slightest contact, so don't attack directly. Attack it from a step away with a hammer, or hit it with something hard like a shell. I knew the boo was gonna do that. Alright, so we have a plan to take that guy out next turn. Ah, there's the lucky badge. Close call. I was hoping we'd get to see that at some point. Let's take this guy out now. We can tattle the boos next turn. Might be time for another sweet treat. Also, might use... Oh, it's obnoxious. Invisible. Attacks will now miss. Oh. Alright, so the question is, do I use sweet treat or do I use something like a spicy soup? I think sweet treat might actually be more powerful. So let's tattle these boos and just get our health back up until we can do something about it again. That's a boo! It's everyone's favorite ghost. Well, most everyone. Max HP is 7, attack is 3, and defense is 0. It's nothing to write home about on the attack side, but it can turn invisible. If it turns invisible, we won't be able to hit it, so beat it while you can see it. Boos are kind of cute, but I sure wouldn't want to meet one in a dark alley. If I ran into one in the bathroom in the middle of the night, well, never you mind what I'd do. I don't know. Boos are cute. Alright, sweet treat. Sweet treat is surprisingly powerful, especially in a situation where you really need to make good use of everything that you've been given. I always used to underestimate this move, but like I said, surprisingly powerful. Ooh. Let's let that thing go. Am I going to regret not just using the spicy soup? No, that was actually better. Okay, I think I'm actually going to use a multi-bonk here. Okay, obviously I would have liked to just kill it, but at least now it's down into the range where Mario can take it out with a normal jump. Which is what we wanted. Please don't turn invisible. Thank you. Just prolonging the inevitable. We're gonna do the exact same thing. Even better. Too bad the game doesn't keep track of those. Ooh, this is good. This is my favorite time for this to activate. We were gonna gain a level anyway. The effect of the curse increased your star points, but now that's gonna double that. 40 star points from a regular encounter. Check that out. Oh, you'll love to see it. And you know what we're gonna do now. BP. Might want to think about increasing my HP at some point. Volt Shroom, don't really need that. Let's change to Koops, because whatever partner is out is the partner that gets the health on the ground. Definitely don't need that Volt Shroom. I'm actually considering putting on HP Plus, if we're being totally honest. In fact, I think I'm going to do that. Although, if I do that now, I'm not actually going to get the HP. But if we pick up hearts, then we will. I should have done that in the opposite order. Yeah, let's stick with that. Just for the pit, just because we're a little under-leveled for where we should be at this point. I'm trying to think what I'll put on next. Oh, it's a lot of booze. That's too many booze. Let's see if we can do what we did before. Perfect. I really should use that move more often. Yeah, we'll do a power smash. That means I can multi-bounce next turn, assuming they don't all turn invisible, which is a distinct possibility. Even better. Perfect. And we're still getting a lot of experience from these guys because of how underleveled we are. I'm really hoping this doesn't completely mess up my my level progression, but I don't think it will. Yeah, even though I couldn't hit that guy in the back, I wanted to make sure we... Oh, gosh. That's not great. I'll just defend, I guess. I was considering using Sweet Treat. I probably should have done it. I was considering using Sweet Treat just to gain those 5 HP points back. Oh, not good. That's not what I wanted. Phew! What I was trying to do was avoid having to get that roulette at all. Ended up wasting those 3 FP. We are already almost half of the way to another level. It's exactly what we want. And we are definitely getting some money. Not as much as, you know, one would hope. But it's something. Gonna switch to Koops here. This is definitely a good time for essentially an extra hammer. Don't make me regret that. Oh, God. Alright, how we doing on Earth Tremor? Weak in Earth Tremor. So I guess it was a good thing I didn't use Sweet Treat there. Alright. This really is just a reset button. Just make them all go away. Alright. And Koops can take out that last guy. Perfect. And we're not going to gain a level off of this, so I don't mind having Koops out right now. I do want Goombella to get any little minor healing that she can. Even though she's pretty close to full HP right now, she is going to be my main partner for this. So we'd like to keep her as close to full as possible. What floor are we on? Surely we have to be almost finished with this this set. I'll check when we're done here. Oh, this isn't so bad. Just one bandit and one spiky Gloomba. And if I'm good with the super guards, shouldn't even matter that it's a spiky Gloomba. I am going to power smash though, because I am the only one who can deal damage to this guy right now. And I think we'll probably switch out to Koops next turn. Aha! Yeah! That happy heart is doing its job. Oh, I don't need to switch to Koops. I can just hammer it. What am I saying? I guess I wasn't expecting... Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, though. Sometimes I play as if I have Quick Change on, just because as soon as I can, I like to throw on Quick Change. Ooh, Freight Mask. Not going to do us all that much good down here, because I think if enemies run, then you have to fight them again, but still, it can be nice. Summons a scary spirit to chase some enemies away. Alright, what floor are we on? We're on floor 27. Alright, we're getting there. We're halfway through. At least we're halfway through for where we want to be this time. It's good that I'm showing this now, because honestly, A normal run through the Pit of 100 Trials is really boring until you hit about floor 80 or so. So especially once I'm powered up enough to be able to just deal with these guys no problem, it will be nice to be able, when I do my like full pit run, to just cut down to where I've beaten the first 50 floors. Yeah, I'll use the FP. Considering using an FP restoring item. It's not like I really use those all that often outside the pit, so I think I'm actually going to. I might use that Koopa Tea. Especially since we got this Fire Flower here. I was gonna say we gotta be running low on item space right now. Where's that Koopa Tea? Let's drink that. Yum yum. 7 FP, back up to 10. Not that I might save this Fright Mask for later. Alright, Mr. Bob-omb. I never know how to pronounce the oh, that's not great. I would like that. What kind of items are we looking at? Fire Flower. We do have a Fire Flower. Alright, so then I'm gonna Earth Tremor, and then I'm gonna have Goombella use the Fire Flower so that he can't use that item. It's not even that bad. I probably shouldn't be that scared of it. But it's not great. Basically, that item is like a fuzzy in an item. It steals 4 or 5, I can't remember how much, it might be 4 HP, and then gives it back to the guy who used it. So, am I wasting a Fire Flower just so it can't do it? Yes, I am. Also, I'm pretty sure that you have a higher likelihood of an enemy dropping an item if they don't get to use it. Although they can still drop it if they've used it. Something to keep in mind. Yeah! That's what I wanted. That is actually a very good item. HP Drain. Simultaneously attacks foes and replenishes your own HP. It is single hit, so do keep that in mind. Sometimes you do want to just nuke a screen and that item will not get you there. But it is pretty good. Zap Tap. Do damage to enemies that touch Mario in battle. One of my favorite badges in the game. It's not actually that consequential, but it's fun. I like it. In a regular casual playthrough of the game, that's usually one I throw on and just leave on for the rest of the game. But it does cost 3 BP, and because of how I'm showing things off, I'm sure it won't get as much time in the spotlight as I would like. These are Dark Koopas, they're pathetic. Just treat them like normal Koopas. Honestly, they have a higher attack power, they have higher HP, but they flip, just like a normal Koopa. That's a Dark Koopa. It lives in dark places that the light never reaches. Max HP is 8, attack is 4, and defense is 2. It's a bit tougher than a regular Koopa, so you won't be able to beat it easily. But it does have the same weakness as a regular Koopa. Flip it over and it's helpless. Why do you think it needs sunglasses down here anyway? What's the point? Yeah, it even stays flipped for an entire turn. If they wanted to make these guys more threatening, they'd make them stand up after one turn, like not make it waste a turn. And it's even more disappointing because in the original Paper Mario, these guys actually had a special attack. So if you couldn't get them all down for some reason, they had a move that could make you dizzy. I'm pretty sure these guys don't. So yeah, just boring old Koopas that happen to be purple. Very disappointing. But gives us a little, well, actually that is something worth talking about. If you just leave these guys like this, and you can do this with any enemy that flips, you can just appeal over and over again and just refill your star power. And with enemies that flip and immediately do flip back, you can actually restore yourself back to full health. I'll show you how it works at some point. Mr. Softener softens up enemies for a bit, decreasing their defense. That is useless. Bye-bye. You'd think that would be nice. It never ends up mattering. There's always other ways to deal with something. We got level 4 and we got chapter 4 enemies. This is not good. These guys can be kind of scary. How's our star power? Okay, we can take them out. We're good. Hypercleft. As long as we've got an Earth Tremor, we're pretty much good. That's a Hypercleft. It's basically a cleft that uses charged up moves. Max HP is 4, attack is 3, and defense is 3. When it charges up, its attack power rises to 9. Couple its rock hardiness with its ability to charge up, and things get scary. If you're confident, you may want to try doing Super Guards to send its attack back. If you can't, you'd better use some items, or you'd better hightail it out of here. Yeah, these guys are scary if you let them charge up and you miss your Super Guards, so we're not even going to give them the chance. Like I said before, these are level 4 enemies. They let you get away with wiping the board with an Earth Tremor for far too long. I should not be able to do that by the time we reach Chapter 4. Oh, we are so close to a level up. Close enough that if I can manage it, I might consider having Koops out in front for it. But he's only missing 1 HP at this point, so it doesn't really matter. Aha! I don't think I'm going to bother showing off that trick I just talked about here because it takes a long time and we don't really need to do it right now. And this episode's going to go on for long enough anyway. But we'll get to it in due time. The Buzzy Beetle is, of course, not a threat at all as long as somebody keeps jumping on it. So let's focus more on the Flower Fuzzy. I don't like these guys at all. That's Flower Fuzzy. Wow, what a totally pretty fuzzy, don't you think? Max HP is 6, attack is 3, and defense is 0. This thing attacks by boinging and sucking out FP. How uncool! We need FP! Once it charges up its own FP, it uses magical attacks. Better beat it before it does. Oh, I just got it! It's a Flower Fuzzy because it sucks your FP, flower points. Duh! Yes, that is, pretty obvious. This is actually... I'm trying to think. No, the Buzzy you do meet in Chapter 4, the Flower Fuzzy is actually a Chapter 5 enemy. But I think you can encounter it in Chapter 3. In fact, I think you have to encounter it in Chapter 3. So maybe they're counting it as something that you've already seen. I'm interested to see what other kinds of enemies we're going to see from here on out on this set of floors. I hope people who are interested in tatalogs are... Oh shoot, I didn't tattle the Buzzy. Oops. I hope people who are interested in the tatalogs are watching this episode, because I'm doing a lot of it. BP. I am treating this episode like a normal episode of the Let's Play. I'm throwing it into a bonus episode just in case people aren't interested. Ooh, that's a good item. But I am pretty much operating like it's business as usual. We are making room for that. Bye-bye, Volt Shroom. Don't need ya. Do I throw on Zap Tap? I might actually put on Pretty Lucky. And then what else can we use? Yeah, I'll show off Soft Stomp. It's not very good. No. There's nothing else I really want. I don't want to start showing off badges down here. It's not really the time and the place for it. It's not safe. Ooh, speaking of safe, these guys. These guys are actually what it should oh, God. Oh, that's not good. Okay, what do we do about this? I have a Thunder Rage, and I just might use it. These guys are very dangerous. I'll wait till we encounter them again to fully explain it, because then Bella can give us some more information about them. But, yeah. 4 of these guys, do not want to deal with that. I'm not totally sure I actually need to use Thunder Rage here, but I'm not going to take my chances. I'm pretty sure these guys have 8 HP. Yeah, usually an item you want to save for later, but this is not a bad use of it, honestly. Just get these guys out of here. 20 star points, not bad. Those are technically pit-exclusive enemies. You do see them in one other place. But other than that one thing, this is pretty much where they live. Which makes sense, they're pretty scary. Woo! That guy came at me fast. Oh, we don't care about the Dark Koopa. Might do a multi-bonk on one of these guys just to get it out of our way. Yeah, there we go. I think I'm getting better at that. Maybe I should try to do that more often. But yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't like the Power Bounce badge as much as a lot of other people. I understand how powerful it is to just have, like, 2 of those. You can do that with multiple enemies. But it's just not the thing I like to do. I don't find it all that fun. But I also have one already. If I ever really need to, missed that, oops. If I ever need to just make somebody disappear, Goombella can hopefully do the job. Eventually, Mario's attack power will be higher than hers, or at least you can make it so that it is. But, I've probably said it before, but it's a game. Games are meant to be fun, so play games the way you like them. It doesn't matter what's the most powerful or what people say the right way to play a game is. Unless you're doing something with, like, specific rules or you really need to, like, maximize your power for whatever reason, just do what you want. Ooh, free Fire Flower. Almost kind of makes up for that, for that Thunder Rage I wasted. Okay. Unfortunately, you can't save down here, which means you can't take a break. Level 36. We can't go down 5, but we can go down 2. I want to see where we're going to end up. We're on level 36 now. Are we going to be at level 38? If we are, I could have used that mover earlier, but like I said, better safe than sorry. We'll find out. Oops. Find out in a second, I guess. Yuck, I don't like this any more than I liked that last one. I guess that's not true. 2 is significantly better than 4. That's a Parabuzzy, a Buzzy Beetle with wings. Max HP is 5, attack is 3, and defense is 4. I guess those stats are just like a Buzzy. Fire and explosions seem to have no effect, so don't bother, okay? If you flip it over, its defense goes down to 0, so jump on it first. Yep, and we will be able to tattle a regular Buzzy soon! Gonna try Super Guard, I think. Yeah! Let's see if I can work on my Super Guard game for them. Alright. Oh, we did tattle the Buzzy... I don't think we did tattle the Buzzy Beetle. I think that just counted. Either that or I'm just losing it. That's a Shady Koopa. It's yet another member of the Koopa family tree. Max HP is 8, attack is 3, and defense is 1. The difference between them and other Koopas, they can attack from their backs. And when they flip back up, their attack gets boosted and they go totally ape. Wow, that's pretty tricky. No wonder they're called Shady Koopas, huh? Yeah, you do not want to mess around with those guys. I never flip them unless I know I can take them out that turn. Picked a bad moment to try to learn how to Super Guard. Alright. I won't mess around with that anymore. Let's just take out these Buzzies first. This is kind of a weird encounter. I might actually do another Earth Tremor here, just because there's a lot of defense happening. And there was that pretty lucky badge going off. Yeah, I think Earth Tremor is the move. It's going to take out the Buzzies, and it's going to make it so that when I flip the Shady Koopas, they will die that turn. I will show off the special attacks of the Shady Koopas at some point, but there will be better, safer times to do that. Now is not the time to worry about that. Oh, it's so tempting to try and Super Guard. Ugh, darn it. Ooh, oh my god. Shoot. I didn't quite have time to process that. I should have used an item really quick so I could have taken that. That is Jam and Jelly. It is the FP equivalent of the Ultra Shroom. Very rare, very expensive. Would have been incredible if I could have gotten that one from an audience member. Ah, well. That's okay. Oh, I gotta check the floor. 38. Okay, so I could have used that mover before. Now I know. The more you know. Oh boy. I'm already tired of these guys. Ah! What other kinds of items we got here? I'm actually gonna try the Fright Mask. I want to know if this counts as the enemy running away or if this counts... Oh, that didn't do very much. Anyway, it'll still make our little experiment work. Okay, I'll take that. Don't even have to try to super guard here. This should mitigate all the damage. And this is why part of your mandatory preparation for a pit dive should always be getting a... Ooh! I knew we didn't tattle a regular beetle. Let's do it now. But yeah, anytime you're going to come down here, you should always have that curse at maximum level. That's a Buzzy Beetle. Aw, it's kind of cute. Max HP is 5, attack is 3, and defense is 4. It's got pretty good defense, and fire and explosions don't hurt it whatsoever. But if you jump on it, you can flip it over and drop its defense down to 0. Then it's at our mercy. Ha! Don't hesitate. Jump, 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 jump. Yeah, this is an enemy that actually flips up after you get it down. Just like the Dark Koopas should, but whatever. It's not a Dark Koopa. It's a Buzzy Beetle. So let's just beat it and be on our way. And this is an example of why I always like to level up Goombella before Koops, because she just takes stuff out that Mario can't. I think if we can successfully pull off a good multi-bonk, alright, very good. I don't always like to rely on that, especially in a dangerous situation like that. But I had a feeling I could probably do it. How are we doing on money? Almost 250, we're almost halfway there. If I have to grind coins off screen, I will. I can probably sell some badges too. Pity Flower. When Mario takes damage, occasionally recover 1 FP. This is one of the worst badges in the game. In fact, ugh, 3. Ugh, I hate that. I'm gonna put it on now, just so you can see it. So when we get out of here, I can get rid of it. Alright, Pity Flower. Oh god, this badge is so bad. Whoever came up with this, I see what they were going for, but you have to take damage for it to matter, and it's only a sometimes, and it's only 1 HP. Ooh, these guys are interesting. Double Fire Flower. Very nice. What are we gonna do about this? Let's see. We'll probably take the big Bob-omb out first. And yes, these are level 5 enemies now. Or, Chapter 5. It's a bulky Bob-omb. I think it's like other Bob-ombs, but it's huge. Max HP is 6, attack is 2, defense is 1. It's weird. It never attacks, but once its fuse is lit, it'll blow up on its own eventually. I don't mind it taking itself out of the battle, but that explosion hurts us too. Oh, and when it powers up, that attack power is 8, so watch out. Fire and explosions light its fuse, so I guess setting it off early is one strategy. You can run too, but if you're gonna fight it, beat it before it goes off. That is true. You can hit it with a fire or an explosion attack, and it will just go off on its own. It'll still deal 2 damage, but it is certainly one way to get rid of it. I don't think I need to waste an Earth Tremor on... Oh, shoot. Let's see... Multi-bonk isn't gonna matter. I'm gonna kind of play it by ear a little bit. Is it gonna increase its defense? It is. Okay. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get these guys flipped, and then we're gonna Earth Tremor next turn, because it's still not going to attack next turn, it's going to raise its attack power instead. Yeah, these guys are kind of interesting. And if there's multiple of them in battle, they will set each other off, so do be aware of that. Let's get rid of this before it gets out of hand. God, I had a really bad itch that whole time. I will. I think that if you set the bob-omb off early, or if the bob-omb goes off at all, I think it actually hurts all people on the field, so like it would get the Koopas too. But again, the middle of the pit is not necessarily where I want to test that out. We are very close to gaining a level, which is good, because Goombella could use it. I could also use a break, quite frankly. We're over an hour in. But no breaks in the pit. That's part of what makes it a challenge, I guess. Just gotta hope nothing breaks. If you crash down here, tough luck. Ooh, getting scary now. They are definitely mixing chapters, because that right there in the middle, that is a Chapter 6 enemy. I think we can probably take this guy out on our own this time. Yeah, either one of us can take that thing out, so let's just do some tattling. That guy is going to have to be taken out with an item. What kind of items do we have right now? Fire Flower's not going to work. We have an HP drain, which is not going to be enough. That guy is going to have to get taken out by either a Super Guard or an Earth Tremor. So I guess we better just prepare for that. That's a poison pokey. As you probably guessed, it's a poisonous pokey. Max HP is 8, attack is 4, and defense is 0. If you get poisoned, your HP will slowly drain, so you may want to avoid that. I'm sure you can see this, but they have spines all over, so don't touch them. They may be smiling, but that doesn't mean they're happy to see you. Yeah, they're actually kind of dangerous. Didn't even try for the Super Guard there. Yeah, we're just going to take that. Ooh, Goombella's in danger. I think that's okay, though. Aw, man! Could have saved some FP there. Alright. Take this guy out, just get him out of our face. We don't have to worry about him anymore. And tattling with Goombella should be enough to get us over the edge for that. Oh, that hit the audience. Just when we needed star power, too. We can appeal next turn if we need to. That's a spiky Parabuzzy. It's a Buzzy with a spike and wings. Max HP is 5, attack is 3, and defense is 4. Hey, the same stats as a normal Buzzy. Fire and explosions don't work on Buzzies, in case you've forgotten. And this one flies in the air and has a spike. What a total pain. So you'd better use an item or a special move. Yep. People who come down here before they have Earth Tremor have to make sure that they've got items ready to deal with this thing. Oh no, no, no. Oh, that's really bad. Oh god, the audience just went to sleep. Alright, we're swapping out Koops to protect Goombella. We're just gonna have to hang in there for a little bit. Luckily, we've got a level up coming up. So we're just gonna have to wait for the audience to wake up enough for it to matter. Okay. Shoot. This is bad, because that Poke's gonna have 5 damage. Alright. We need to swap out to Goombella. We don't have a choice. She might die, but that doesn't matter because we're about to level up. Oh, she'll use up our life shroom. Shoot. You know what? That's fine. We can get more later. No, the Earth Tremor is going to kill both of them. What am I saying? Alright, here we go. Alright. I'm trying to think when I'm going to do my actual all the way to the end pit run. You can do it. I could probably do it as early as Chapter 6. I could probably manage it as early as Chapter 5. I've never tried anything like that. I mean, technically, if you're good enough, you could do it at any point. We'll see when I feel comfortable with it, I guess. I might wait till the end. Everyone waits till the end, though. Money, money, money. That's what we like to see. That Tasty Tonic is just going to get sold or thrown away, whatever comes first. Unfortunately, we're not getting money as fast as I would have hoped. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Oh, I was just realizing we didn't get either of those fire flowers from that one encounter. That's too bad. Okay. Did we tattle that flying guy already? We did not. In that case, let's do that. Yeah, we are fully into level 6. No, they're level 5. Never mind. This is a dark paratroopa. It lives in dark, damp places. Max HP is 8, attack is 4, and defense is 2. It's strong, but otherwise just like other paratroopas. It's airborne, so try to ground it first. Yeah, this is back to chapter 5. Oof. Well, we got to see Pity Flower. There it was. We can take it off now. That's a lava bubble. It's a flame spirit. Max HP is 6, attack is 4, and defense is 0. Its HP and attack power may be different from an ember's, but otherwise it's the same. Since it's made of fire, try not to touch it because it'll burn you. Apparently it's vulnerable to explosions and ice attacks. Oh, and if you get hit by a flame attack, you might catch fire, so guard well. Yeah, everything she just said was true. Starting with catching fire, if you get burned, you take one point of damage each turn. Much like being poisoned, in fact, it's exactly the same as being poisoned. The main difference between being burned and being poisoned is that poison wears off faster. Burn wears off faster. Poison does not. Poison takes like 9 turns to go away. Something like that. So she had mentioned something about embers. Those are actually the more powerful version of that enemy. Missed that. But technically, because of the way the story goes, you do encounter them first, which is why she compares them to that. So the game is assuming that you are tattling everything in the order that you see it. Like a normal person. I'm just kidding. Some people don't care about the tattle logs at all. They either just use their memory or they throw on the peekaboo badge, which shows enemies' HP, and just don't even worry about it. I did that my first playthrough, but that was before I realized that you can collect the tattle logs, and then I regretted my choices. Alright, continuing on. Has the text changed yet? Nope. Must be floor 50 where it changes. Ooh, gross. I should have had Coops out for this. Yeah, I should have swapped to Coops. That's okay. Earth Tremor, and then next round, Coops will take him out. I just realized this. I have a BP I need to spend. And also I can take Pity Flower off now. I don't suppose we picked up any... Oh, we did get a Fire Flower. Let's do that. Fire Flowers have already, if we have reached this point in the actual game, considering these are level 6 enemies, Fire Flowers have officially outgrown their usefulness. They're really only good for finishing stuff off like that, but they're also starting to throw enemies at us that are immune to fire. And those lava bubbles are the enemies that will multiply if you hit them with fire. Bye-bye, Pity Flower. Don't need ya. Let's put Chill Out and Pretty Lucky back on. And at this point, I'll throw on Zap Tap just to have it, but I am saving for Quick Change. I love that badge. I think it might be the best badge in the game, or at least one of. Oh, that's not great. Oh, come on! We had to get this one. Like I said, the amount of enemies that you get is actually variable. They just had to throw us 4. The good news is we might actually get a level off of this. Nah, we're not going to get 30 star points from this. What am I saying? It's going to get us close, though. Poor Goombella's not doing great. Now would be a good time for the Super Appeal badge. Oh my gosh. They're going to kill her. They did. There goes our life shroom. We'll be able to get more by the time we really need them. We did lose audience for that, though. Alright, is this gonna get us there? It is not. This will. Luckily, neither of us are going to get killed by any of this nonsense that's happening. Why are they attacking the back? Let's use an item. I think now's a good time for a shroom fry. Just in case things go south. In case I mess up this earth tremor, which I really can't afford to do. Alright. This one really matters. Okay, we got it. This would be a nice time to use that HP drain. See what encounter we get next. Oh man, that was enough to get us a level up. Wow. Too bad I had to use that life shroom. BP. That if we take Zap Tap off, that might be enough to get quick change. Mario became a B-list star. Next battle, Mario's crowd and stage will get bigger. Oh, I have things to talk about when that happens. Okay. Badges. Yep, take off Zap Tap. Hello, quick change. Allow your ally to attack even after changing partners. It's so good. I love it so much, especially because I can be forgetful and I can forget to change partners out when it's gonna matter. Oh, again! That stinks. Alright. Let's do the same thing we did before. Unfortunately, that HP drain wouldn't have been enough to kill it. We got horrible luck with the spiny spike top Parabuzzy guys this round, or this run. This is why if you're gonna do an early pit dive, your super guard game really needs to be on point. Alright. Oh, it's always a shame when that goes off when you don't need it. This is finite. It will run out eventually. It lasts a really long time though. Like, to the point where probably by the time we're out of here, it shouldn't have run out yet. You can always refresh it later, but if you're in the middle of the pit, you can't go get a quick recharge on your curse. I have 20 HP. I'm still wearing HP plus, that's right. I'm thinking in terms of badges I can sell to get up to 300 coins for when we need to talk to Lumpy. Definitely thinking I'm going to sell HP plus, because by the time we come back down here, we're actually going to have another one. And I normally wouldn't use an HP plus for this kind of thing anyway, for being totally honest. For something like the pit, I kind of like to just increase HP if I feel like I need it. Oh, that's right, we have a new stage now. We can have 100 members of the audience, and you'll notice those little things in the front? Those can do various things. You'll see it when it happens. It is kind of a shame that major things are happening in this episode, which is like kind of not a real episode. But I guess if people are curious, they're just gonna have to watch this. There's nothing I can do about it. I want to do this when I want to do it. Ah, this. The fog. I hate the fog. I do have things to say about the fog, though. First of all, it is called Dodgy Fog. It will make you miss. I'm using that HP drain because I don't think anything else can kill it at this point, because it got its defense boosted. Please don't miss. There we go. Oh, it was 5. I could have used that on a Buzzy the whole time. Ah, well. Yeah, the fog makes you dodgy, which means enemies and you are 50% likely to miss your attacks. That's any attack. Doesn't matter how big and important it might be. Explosions will make the fog go away. That only tends to last for a turn or two, though. It usually comes back. Also... Ooh, this is an earth tremor waiting to happen. Also, with the fog can do something special that I did not know until I specifically asked the challenge runners about it, and I'll tell you in a second. That fog has an attack power. It doesn't do it all the time. It'll only do it when the little things are pointing to the screen like that. See how they're like pointing towards everybody? If the fog were to come in now, it would actually attack everybody on stage. It wouldn't matter because its attack power is 0. But, oh God, did it have to do that? Great, so these guys bring on full HP versions of their friends. If you somehow manage to get somebody's defense down below 0, so like if you use a miss... See, it just... Oh! We just got that little, like, star there. That's because it came in, it attacked, it did 0 damage, so we didn't take any damage. If you manage to get somebody's defense to, like, a negative, and there are ways of doing that. There are multiple ways of doing that. Of course, they didn't miss. I'm gonna have to use a power smash here, even though we might miss. Ah, that's the worst. But yeah, you will take 1 damage. Well, however low your defense is, you will take that amount of damage, which is insane. I've played this game so many times, I never knew that was a thing. Because how would you know? You'd only ever find out if the fog attacks you, which it doesn't always do, and if you happen to be wearing a badge or had an item used on you that lowers your defense. I'd say most people probably don't know that. I am going to do everything in my power to show that off at some point. Nice chunk of experience for that. Alright, let's get Gumbella back out here. Actually, considering the enemy lineup for this set of floors, I think I might leave Koops out. Like I said, he's not useless. Just because he's got the lowest HP out of everybody right now, he still has a job to do. Alright, how many are they going to give us? A lot. Ugh. Boy, the pit is being mean today. It's not always like this. That attack, or whatever that thing did, as far as I know, does nothing. Alright, let's hopefully clear these guys out. Even though an Earth Tremor on its own still can't take these guys out, the fact that these guys are from level 6 or from chapter 6, and you can take them out with a power shell and then an Earth Tremor is still ridiculous. Alright, we leveled up with Koops out, not a big deal. More BP. This actually suits me just fine. That means by the time we get to the regular Let's Play stuff, I'll have a lot of BP to play around with and I can actually start showing some badges off. What can we put on? I might throw Zap Tap back on, just for fun. There we go. What floor are we on now? 49! We've made it! Look at that! I wonder if Goombella has something special to say about this one. This is an intermediate floor in the Pit of 100 Trials. These appear every 10 floors. At least there's a pipe to take us back to the entrance if you want to bail. Nothing different. Alright, we made it, and we get the Strange Sack, an item that lets you carry up to 20 items. It's so good. It is a great reward for getting this far, and honestly, something that the first game really was sorely missing. 10 inventory spaces is not enough, especially when you really get down to some major cooking. Let's get out of here. Honestly, with how well we've been doing, I probably could do another set of 10, but I am tired of being down here. Let's just go before we mess up our levels even more. Well, that's that. I think we're done. So thank you very much for watching this extra special episode of Let's Play Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, and hopefully I'll see you back here next time where we resume normal operations. Bye-bye.